It's like you're trying. I'm a chicken. You're trying to impress me with your word knowledge. Dude, that's all I got. Is
I hear some funny sounds in the back.
that's all I got is my knowledge for the thesaurus words. Johnny Five, are you still alive? You grew up hearing Johnny Five's alive, right? Like as a repeated thing all the time, and it was in connection to Short Circuit.
Yeah.
They didn't say it at all in this movie, in the first Short Circuit.
Johnny Five did.
Until the end. But he doesn't say it in like a celebratory, Johnny Five's alive, or like, like how we were saying it when we were younger.
Yeah, it was more like, Johnny Five is alive.
I mean, it's almost like the Luke, I'm your father versus the actual line being, no, I am your father.
Yeah, which I always found fascinating.
So is this a Mandela effect where, because Short Circuit 2, in my opinion, is nowhere near on the same pedestal as the first Short Circuit. So in Short Circuit 2, do they say Johnny Five is alive numerous times to where we repeat it numerous times? I can't remember. I've watched it maybe 3 times.
My God, I am so excited to find out.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's something so deep in Short Circuit that you're that excited to find out. I'm excited to find out how much further they take this brown face on Fisher Stevens in the second one. Hello, Sequilibrium, sequel fans. This is Sequilibrium. Welcome. My name is Mike.
Chad.
And Fisher Stevens apologized for his character, Benjamin. I don't remember his last name, but he's portraying an Indian character, a very obvious Indian character. Almost, I mean, it's nowhere along the line of Hank Azara's Apu.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like almost like he gets a pass from that. I wonder if the community's like, you know what? He does a great impression. Let him have it. But this is just so bad.
Or it's just undeniably funny, too. It's probably
dude,
part of that.
Dude, it's so bad. Like, I don't know words. So I'm going to say, instead of bulldog or whatever, bull dyke doesn't hold water. Yes, I get the joke because a dike holds water. But bull dyke?
Just to be clear, I'm talking about Apu. No.
For the next 5 minutes, I'm going to party like it's on sale for $19.99
or something. or not Marge, but her sisters. What did you? What were you saying about him?
I don't know, but I did find it interesting when you showed up today.
Yeah, on time,
a few minutes early.
Yeah, and it's snowing.
Yeah. This is one of those times where I was in the middle of dishes. And
I did knock twice. Knock twice.
And he waited, 10 seconds between knocks?
Dude, I'm a fucking impatient dude, man. I know how big this is. I know you don't have far to go.
Before I lose track, you walked in.
Yeah, I walked in.
The movie was playing.
Yeah.
You said, fuck, this is such a bad movie. And I thought to myself, oh, really? We're gonna have difference in opinion on this movie.
I mean, we're definitely gonna have lots of differences of opinion in this
And then
movie.
I looked over and I saw your gaze at the television, and you had this look on your face of both disdain and intrigue and maybe some nostalgic love. And I feel that same way. And you turned to me and you said, well, maybe it's not so bad.
Yeah, it was at the part where Johnny Five was fighting the other robots, and when he throws the mud onto the I'm going to say robot, by the way. I'm going to try to say robot the whole time. When he throws the mud on the other robot, and the robot's like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's just fucking mud. You don't have the same type of reaction as Johnny Five, who was alive, would if he had mud thrown on it. This is a robot who's following a program. He would not be thrown off course, aside from not being able to see where he's going. And so that's, to me, is annoying, but it's also adorable.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's sad that, from what I remember, part 2 sucking so much, that this could have been a really fun series of watching Johnny Five evolve Stephanie says he's only 4 days old. How fucking rad's it going to be to see him like learn more and become more human?
Yeah. Him flipping through the books. That's so cool.
Yeah, it happens a lot in the next one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would have been rad. But then at the same time, there's so many just so stupid. Like, I mean, Schrader or whatever, the bad guy, the general type of character.
Yeah.
That's fucking Harris from Police Academy. He's in fucking Mannequin. So basically, and then the Howard.
Uh-huh.
That guy's such a weasel. He's in like so many of these type of roles that it goes from like this really cute coming of age maybe story of a robot like learning to be human
right.
to like a fucking slapstick mannequin type of movie at the same time. So then you're like, oh, it's an hour and 40 minutes long, and then it's like that's an hour too long because of all the shit that's implanted in there. Like I get there is nostalgia feeling because I used to watch it at my Uncle Benny's house. He's like the only one who had it, so that's the only time I ever watched it. But watching it in a different type of way is like this is so bad. I do love the Gutenberg and Ali Sheedy. Like I love how like childlike Gutenberg is in this.
The relationship doesn't evolve very naturally.
At all.
Just all of a sudden they're making out.
Oh my God, yes. Yes.
It's like, where'd this come from? And
Like-
Five's like, hey, you want to
They see each other and they're like, and he's like totally on the fucking spectrum. And he's got Peter Pan syndrome. And then she's got this trouble with dudes. Look at the fucking jabroni that came over to what the fuck happened to him? Like he seemed like he was such a big part of her life. Mm-hmm. Being there to steal the dog, being there to go get Johnny, and I also feel like there's no closure with that.
Yeah.
So why even have him in there? Why even give her, I'm so bad with relationships, but I'm great with animals?
Yeah.
You know, or maybe that's who Steve Gutenberg is to her, is just another lost animal that she needs to save. She's got a fucking savior complex.
That's deep, man. That's much deeper than I thought we were going to go with
Well,
Short Circuit 2.
I had no idea it was going to go in that direction until I started going in that direction. But what is with their relationship? Because then she's at the meetup and he's like, "Oh, we locked eyes. Oh, we were like," he used science terms to like explain their relationship, and then they start making out when Johnny Five starts laughing when they were like, oh my God, he's human. That's almost like a point where like, yes, they kiss, but then the camera zooms in and they look at each other and they're like, what are we doing?
Right.
Is this really happening?
Right.
And then all of a sudden now they're living on a 40-acre ranch in Montana.
Right.
Well, I do know in part 2 that they aren't in there, but there is a letter they send with Johnny to Benjamin. Because remember, I gave you that brief summary. Yeah. So they're not in the next one. They're just mentioned in the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, but it would have been it would have been a rad series to see what maybe further in the future it would have brought.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Agreed.
Johnny Five is such he's such a rad character. Look, I mean, visually they did such a great job.
I thought, I think this movie is better than you think it is, for sure. I
mean, it's no Mac and Me. Mac and Me is a total dog shit movie, and I would put that along that same category because it's around that era. But it's not that bad. No, it's not.
This might be one of few that we've done that I actually think is better than I expected it to be. I love the opening. You know, I'm all about switches and turning dials.
Oh,
and
dude,
fucking,
yeah. Total Freddy Krueger moment.
Yeah.
Building the fucking glove.
Yeah.
Chucky being rebuilt at the factory.
Getting the threads and all that shit.
Yeah,
you got me. I'm hooked.
That was totally
I'm hooked
rad.
at that point. I'm watching the movie regardless.
Totally rad.
When he gets hit by the lightning, I love how the guy's just like, I'll get
Oh, I know, yeah.
I'll get around to it.
He acts like one of us at our job, where it's just like, this shit's not serious, but he works in a fucking robot lab.
$12 million robot.
Yeah, I'm sure this dude's pulling in maybe like $100,000 in 1986.
Well, not only that, he's like, disconnect him from the generator, but wouldn't you just get them indoors
right
once
away.
you knew?
Yeah, no, they moved all the humans in first. Fuck the robots.
And then after he gets hit by the lightning, the other guy's like, God, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Five, you piece of shit.
God, I'd hate to see that guy managing a daycare. Yeah, your kid keeps shitting, so I had to fucking kick it.
That part with her boyfriend going to the place, that was really funny. I mean, just the fact that he was blocking all those bullets with that hubcap or whatever it was, and then he just ends up hitting them with that pipe.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe his reflexes aren't as good.
I was certain Johnny was gonna fucking grab it and his eyes were gonna go red and he's gonna be like, leave Stephanie alone.
Yeah.
Because I don't really remember this movie. I like knew the premise. That was the other thing I was going to say about the length of time. I knew the premise, but when I'm like, okay, that just sounds like it should only be like an hour long.
Yeah.
What are they going to do to fill in that rest of that fucking time? Oh, I get it. Have some white guy play an Indian guy who doesn't know words. And he keeps like, oh, I don't, what does he say? There might be girls there in their brasiers and legs. I hated this fucking character. And I just hate it so much.
Yeah.
And it takes me out of how great this movie could be. Like, why did they have to make him Indian? Why couldn't they have just made him British? There's nothing wrong with an American doing a British accent or vice versa. But when you have to, like, change your whole appearance to play that character...
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, no. This is no fucking Lethal Weapon 5.
That's true. But think about things like Tropic Thunder.
That's the joke, though. That was the joke. This is not a joke. There wasn't like, oh, it was me the whole time, the white guy.
I mean, I guess.
No, Tropic Thunder was 100% a joke, and that was going to lead me to my point of he made an apology for that character. But this movie is so under the radar, nobody gives a shit. It's almost like because everyone was jumping down the throat on like all the, like Lethal Weapon 5 and the Office episode and so many others that used blackface, but nobody was giving a shit about this movie. And Fisher Stevens was like, well, I'm sorry, I did it. And everyone's like, we don't care.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how many fucking times did you see the other stuff in the news?
Right.
Still.
Yeah.
But you never see this. So it's like this movie, nobody gives a shit about this movie. Like Soul Man, for example.
Soul Man, yeah.
That dude did. See, Thomas Howell did blackface for a fucking scholarship, so stealing it from an African American person. Mm-hmm. So yeah. That's how I feel about this fucking movie. It loses so much because of that for me, especially now. I always remembered who it was. You know who Fisher Stevens is, right?
I can't name anything else he's been in.
Hackers? You ever see Hackers?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hackers was good.
So he's the bad guy in Hackers.
Been a while.
Very white, right? Yeah. Not white at all in this movie.
No.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
And they carried on in part 2.
Oh, yeah.
You think they would have just been like, okay, guys, we made a mistake. We're just going to rewrite him, but he's going to be English.
Yeah.
No, fuck no. They fucking carried it on.
I mean, it just wasn't even something that was thought about back then, I don't think. I doubt there was some uproar when this movie came out.
Oh, no, I'm sure there wasn't because it was like the time.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, why would you even bother writing that character to play that role? And was that like his choice to go in that direction? Like, right. Only Indian people are really good at robots, so I'm going to go this route. I don't think so. I feel like they wrote it for that, and because like maybe they wanted it to be Indian, and there wasn't like an Indian type of famous actor. I mean, he really wasn't famous in the 80s.
Yeah, when did this come out?
1986.
86. Yeah.
Robots.
When he's in her place, destroying all his shit.
Yeah, fruits!
Yeah.
How fucking annoyed would you be?
I feel like the movie had a nice pace. I'll give it that. it was ridiculous, but it had a nice pace, and there was a good number of moments that made me laugh, or at least go like, that's fucking stupid.
I would have enjoyed it so much more if they removed that military aspect.
Really?
From it.
I mean,
Yeah.
what would you rather?
No. I mean, like selling the robots to the military. Very, like that's a way to introduce these machines and the change in Johnny Five and how he becomes self-aware. I'm talking about the fucking private military that Nova had. It was so fucking comical.
Yeah.
Like the dude telling the anecdote to Benjamin in the car when Johnny Five's like fucking using his old Italian man eyebrows to pick up the fucking wrench.
Yeah.
Like that shit was stupid. I mean, Johnny Five's escape wasn't, but like these bumbling idiots, like beep, 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 like when they get out of their fucking weird ass little cars.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get going to retrieve Johnny Five and planning to use force because he's dangerous, but you don't know how dangerous because you haven't heard shit since he's escaped.
Right.
Be subtle about it. No fucking run through town in a fucking tank.
Yeah.
That's the absurd. Like, that's what I mean. Mannequin humor. It's just so fucking absurd.
Yeah.
When it's already absurd with a robot being human.
Right.
So why go that other fucking route? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, this still could have been a comedy sci-fi, but they didn't need to put like fucking army dudes running down a hallway and slipping on oil, and I mean, that didn't happen, but to that level of fucking
absurdity.
stupidity. Yeah.
Right.
So Johnny Five eats a fucking banana, throws it in the back of the van, and it fucking one of the tanks fucking spins out and wrecks. It's that type of stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was rad when he shot the tree down and he yelled, "Stephanie, step on it!" so they could get past it. I mean, there were so many rad elements, but absurd. And then the fucking like fuck the Russians in this fucking movie. Like, that's like the 80s bad guy was always the Russians.
Yeah.
The red star on the van.
Yeah. It worked. It worked.
Dude, they're just like fucking anything in the 80s that they wanted to have the military involved in was fuck Russia.
Yeah.
Which is today still fuck Russia. But like, it's just so funny.
Hey, speaking of the military aspect, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the third installment of the Not Quite Human trilogy, which is still not quite human, leans in that direction. And I haven't told you yet, I just ordered Not Quite Human Part 2 on VHS.
Oh,
so
man.
we have that to look forward to. We might end up... The only copy I've found of the first one available right now is $999 sealed. We might have to watch that in parts on YouTube and then watch the second one.
Holy shit.
And make that a thing. But I got that coming to us. And it's in the same realm, of Short Circuit. Really.
Short Circuit absurdity?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think I've said all I wanted to say about that movie.
About Short Circuit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except, okay, the guy who played Schroeder, whatever his name is, I mentioned earlier, Police Academy. He was Harris in Police Academy. For some reason, he wasn't in 2 and 3. And then he comes back in 4 because he got replaced by Mauser. I fucking loved him in Police Academy. I loved him in Mannequin because that's what those movies were, but they were just mashing this in. And it's such a bummer because I really loved him yelling like, that fart robot's turning my ass red or whatever. Remember when I repeated that shit to you? And when he's arguing about we need a Huey, and he's like, what's that? And he's like, a helicopter. And then Howard's like, I thought it was a chopper. And he's like, no, it's a Huey. And he's like, wish someone would tell me when we changed the names.
Why wasn't I informed of
this? So fucking funny. There were funny moments, but again, separate fucking movies.
Dude, when he's got the gun.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
I'm just bluffing.
you're right.
Yeah, I'm just bluffing.
You're right. Just thought I'd pull a gun out.
Yeah.
See what happened.
Yeah, there was some really funny good.
So then he stands in front of it, and they back up, and this truck's so big, and he backs up, I don't know, maybe 10 feet, and then he's able to get around him. He couldn't shimmy back and forth.
No, because he's
Stay in
bluffing. He's
front of the truck.
bluffing. He's like, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
going to
know.
fucking go that
I
effort.
know.
Okay, you could just get out of here. But listen how cordial he was when he was talking to him on the CB radio. Crosby,
Yeah.
bring my truck back. He's like, he didn't even give a shit. It's almost like you were like expecting him to be like, yeah, get out of here, go save him. You know, even Gutenberg said that there was a time when you would have done that, and he's like, well, times have changed. I'm more about money now.
Yeah.
Fuck, almost like social commentary in this movie.
I did
they
like
went
Crosby.
really deep.
I did. I liked
Newton
Gutenberg's
Crombie.
character.
Oh, I did too.
For sure.
I totally did too.
He's super cool. And there's actually, aside from Police Academy 2, which we need to do at some point,
Yeah,
there's
for
another Gutenberg
First
sequel.
Assignment.
No, not what I'm thinking of.
No, it's the name of Police Academy too.
Oh, okay. What, can you guess? Which other?
Flipper.
Gutenberg. Was he in Flipper too?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm guessing, so you tell me.
it's no. No is the answer to that. But 3 Men and a Little Lady. I'm surprised you didn't get it.
Oh shit! I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I think his character's name was Michael or whatever. He was the artist.
Yeah.
You know, Leonard Nimoy directed that movie.
No,
the
I didn't
first
know
one.
that.
Yeah,
Oh, the first one.
yeah, yeah. I'm fucking down. I love those movies. Those movies were so funny. They were so good. And I watched 3 Men and a Little Baby. What year is it? Maybe
3 Men and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched that movie maybe like 10 years ago almost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like I mean, it's not fresh. I mean, 10 years, Jesus Christ. But it's still, I still enjoyed it. So I know I'll enjoy it again. But 3 Men and a Little Lady, that whole fucking concept of like the mom, Mary, and all that fucking crazy shit. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this grown up baby.
I think it's been 25 years since I've seen either one of those movies.
Yeah, I feel like 3 Men and a Little Lady was something we watched at school on a rainy day or something. Maybe only saw it once.
Yeah. Short Circuit 2.
All right, let's watch Short Circuit 2. I'm done bitching about this first movie. Let's bitch about the second one.
Wait,
later.
what
What?
would you give the first?
6.
6?
No, I didn't hate
Yeah,
it. I
okay.
didn't really hate it. Like I said, it was still really good, but it could have been so much better.
I give it a 6 too.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right.